YouTubers, what's going on? It's your boy, Delexman, and I'm here with a guest. He is known as Blue Chaos 26 from YouTube. Say what's up to the audience, man.
What's up?
What's up? Alright, this is my friend Joel here. He was a special guest for Extreme Rules, WWE 2013 for tonight, and I had him come in and be a viewer.
Even though I missed the first few matches, but that's besides the point.
I'll give my reviews on the first few matches, but he was here from Alberto to the end, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get into things here. Oh, before we get started, please subscribe to me if you have not. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, check out my second channel for tributes and matchups, and check out my podcast, Wrestling Paradise. My little plug at the beginning of the video. You don't mind that, do you?
It's not my channel.
That's your channel. You gotta deal with it. Damn it. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get to it. The pre-show was Cody Rhodes versus The Miz. It was an alright match. Nothing really happened. Cody Rhodes lost to The Miz. And you saw The Miz put in the figure 4 leg lock, by the way.
Oh, that match?
Yeah, that was the first match to happen. Please comment.
That looked awkward.
He is a viewer that doesn't watch all that much. And even he thinks he has a freaking awkward figure 4. Now people don't think I'm crazy. Each time, no for real, each time The Miz does a figure 4 leg lock, I come up here and say, looks wrong, it looks awkward, you should get a new finisher. But everybody wants to go, no, it's alright. It was passed down to him by Ric Flair, so it's okay. It looks shitty. Get a different submission move.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Because when I see the other people do it, you know, like even in this,
Triple H did it.
Triple H did it.
Yeah.
He did it right.
It looked right with him.
So,
yeah.
But that's besides the point. Moving on back to The Miz.
Alright, moving on to the next match here is Chris Jericho versus Fandango. This one was alright. I felt it was pretty sloppy overall. By the way, there's a character called Fandango who's based off of Dancing with the Stars. I'm going to have to show you a few clips of him later. Especially this whole thing called Fandangoing, which is an internet phenomenon. We'll get to that later.
That's a thing now?
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
I'll get to that later. But anyways, Chris Jericho beats Fandango with an awesome looking code breaker, which he counters after Fandango came off the top rope. That was pretty cool. I'm giving this match 2 stars, 2.5 stars. Wasn't really all that special. You won't remember it. Next match here is Kofi Kingston versus Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is a guy, part of the Shield, that got the U.S. Championship. This was a very good match. I thought both of them put on an excellent match, lots of awesome spots. Please go and watch it. Definitely one of the best matches on the show, like I thought it would be. Dean Ambrose walks out as the U.S. Champion. Sad part is Kofi Kingston is once again a transitional champion. Transitional means he held it for a month and then lost it.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's done this, well actually every time he's won the U.S. Championship, he kind of held it for a month and then lost it. So it kind of continues this streak. I personally don't think it's right. Because John Cena holds the belt, he holds it for about 3-5 months a year.
Yeah, how come those kind of rules aren't explained?
I don't know, dude. It's weird.
No, because they make okay, I mean, I'll say that for later, but they just make stuff up in this show where it's like, now this rule applies. No, wait, now it got changed. No, wait, I'm in charge, so I'm changing it again.
Guys, he knows this is stuff too, alright? Casual viewers aren't blind to the stuff that's wrong with the WWE. Just putting that out there. But Kofi Kingston, he did put on a good match. I'm just sad that, once again, instead of moving him up the card, we kick him in the mid-cards, have him win a championship, only to lose it a month later. I don't like that. But Dean Ambrose would be an awesome champion. I look forward to him. And then we get into Sheamus versus Mark Henry. This was actually a good match. Had a lot of nice, innovative spots. It was a strap match. A strap match is they're tied together. They have to go around the ring, tagging the turnbuckles. And the one to do that wins the match. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's cool and all that. Just, you know, granted, the only thing about Sheamus I remember is him knocking that guy out with one kick.
He was here when WrestleMania 28 came around, and Sheamus knocked out Daniel Bryan for 18 seconds. And he actually liked it.
That was funny as hell to me, because it's like, I don't know you, and then the first thing I saw, kick, and then I was like, wait, is the match over? Fuck, the match is over.
They hated it, by the way.
Oh, okay, hey.
Screw your opinions.
No, it's like, hey, you can hate it all you want, and I totally understand why you would hate it.
Yeah.
You paid good money to see a match, and you got 8 seconds of nothing. But it's something I'd never seen before as a casual viewer.
Okay.
So, you know me, I was like, hey, wait, he actually won, and that was legal? Ha! That told me, it's like, oh, well, there's more room for other matches, I guess. And then, not only that, but obviously it made an impression. Because everybody bitched about it.
Alright, but star rating wise, I'm going to give Dean Ambrose versus Kofi Kingston about 3.5. I thought that was really good. And then the strap match, I'll give it a solid 3, I suppose. I did like the fact that Sheamus won. Mark Henry, who's a beast, I don't like the fact that he's going to go out there and lose to Sheamus. Once again, after dominating the entire roster, gets to Sheamus and he just loses. Strap match, yes, but I didn't like it. But we get to the match that you came in on.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. I quit match. Your thoughts on the match?
Okay.
If you remember it.
Oh, I remember it, because the one thing I remember is, so the rule is that they have to say, I quit.
Yes.
In order to lose. So you're pretty much telling me that this whole match is a giant say uncle.
Pretty much.
That's what you're telling me.
That's exactly what it is.
And so, you know, me, I'm like thinking, okay, since this is a no rules thing, this could go on forever.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to get a back and forth of like, do you quit? No! Do you quit? No!
Very generic stuff that you expect to happen, and for the most part, did it go the way you expected it to go?
Honestly, yes. Kinda.
Now, what do you think about the false finish with, Del Rio was going to lose when what's-his-name came in through the towel, and almost, yeah.
No, see, I actually like that because...
Zeb Culture, by the way. Zeb Culture came in through the towel and almost was going to cost Del Rio the victory, and the referee reversed it. So.
Well, because I actually like that because there's so many moments where you guys, there's so many moments where I know it's a wrestling match, and I know that this is for live television.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's the moments where it's like, I know it's scripted, but there's those parts where it's like, you guys know you recorded this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys can tell when someone's cheating. Why don't they use that more often? Because there's so many things in the previous matches of WWE, even when it was WWF.
Yeah.
When there was all these storylines where we're going to do this and corrupt that, and we're going to do this, and then you're on camera. We can see you.
We saw it happen.
So we saw it happen, so obviously it's not going to work. But at least this one, they use the fact that it's televised to take it away.
Yeah. You felt like it improved the match or hurt it?
It didn't hurt it.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. I'm not going to say it's not going to revolutionize WWE or anything.
I've never seen this before. It was so awesome. It was brilliant.
But I will say it's a step in the right direction.
Yes, it was. It actually, to me, it actually made the match better. Because to me, I feel like the match was very formulaic. And it was just like, so I come, he's going to say no. He's going to say no. Nothing really big happened in the match except for that point, which I thought the match was going to end. Now, tell me, how did you feel when it actually happened? Do you think that was a BS when, let's say it actually ended that way?
I wouldn't have felt anything, really.
You just went like, whatever?
Well, no, it's because throughout the whole match, it was the same thing that you usually see. The first guy gets him.
Yeah.
Do you quit? No. Then he gets up and gets the other guy. Do you quit?
No.
No. And then it goes back and forth, back and forth. The only intense moment was when the guy was El Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio! Yeah.
When he got pinned twice and had to say, do you quit? And then I was like, oh, he might lose this time because he's getting pinned a lot.
Yeah.
But when the wrestling looks like a tennis match, that's when I get bored. And I'm not saying that tennis is bad. What I'm saying is when the ball goes back and forth, and that's how the match goes. Here's the ball. No, here's the ball. No, here's the ball.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but in the other instances, it can still be good if it's like a lot of action going on. But if it's just like routine, it's like, okay, you do something. Okay, your turn. Okay, your turn. It's like, okay.
Well, it just seems like...
Somebody get a point.
Well, it seems like everybody's taking turns. It's like, he does his move. That's 1 point. He does his move. That's 1 point. Now, if there was a thing where it's like, clotheslines were 1 point, but your finishers were 3, and submission holds were 2.
Or like, you mean like an Iron Man match thing, where you do some moves and if you pin them, you get certain points for how you pin them and stuff. Like, okay. Right.
If whatever happened mattered, then it's like, okay, fine. But then again, I'm putting too much thought.
No, what you're trying to, I get what you're saying. You're saying it's just like, it was too formulaic for your liking. Even with the little false finish in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I felt like it improved the match, honestly. It broke the formula. It kind of made me go, okay, that was nice. I'm glad it didn't end that way. But at the same time, Del Rio beat Swagger, and it's just like, okay, I don't...
Well, because I wasn't surprised that they actually pulled the whole, oh, let me look at the clip again. But I will say that if it ended that way, there's so many storylines that could have came up from it. Oh, that was BS. I'm gonna fight you again for revenge for cheating me out on this victory.
Yeah, okay. But that's how it is, guys. The next match was a tag team championship match. The Shield, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins taking on Daniel Bryan and Kane. Team Hell No. How'd you feel about this match?
I liked it, except I was confused because from what I can see, they're both villains.
Yeah.
So...
See, dude, we don't know what Team Hell No is right now. All we know is the fans like them. So we're going to assume they're the good guys.
Uh-huh.
So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then next, it's like... I mean, honestly, I was voting for Kane.
Because you like Kane, you know Kane. Yeah.
I mean, not only have I heard of him, but at least he's significantly different.
Oh, yeah.
We got Kane, then we got that short guy with the beard.
Daniel Bryan, he lost in 18 seconds.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know him for. And then we got Shield, who is...
dominant stable, that's undefeated.
Who's tall guy in black, who's another tall guy in black, but the only difference is one has highlights in his hair. So, that's the only way I could tell them apart.
Yeah, and I had to explain to him that they was undefeated. Although you know about the whole John Cena taking one out and not beating the entire team. So technically they're still undefeated, technically. So, I mean, the whole idea of they was going against this team that was unstoppable. That was the whole idea.
I mean, I'm fine with that. And I mean, we could talk about that another time. But, I mean, in short, if it's a tag team match where it's 1 against 3 and he pins one guy, then he should be gone.
Yeah.
And the other 2 are the only ones there. When he can come back and kick the crap out of them, how does that count?
Yeah. But the Shield did win. So they're the new tag team champions, and Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose are holding championship belts. The Shield walks out with championship belts, all of them. Me personally, I'm happy for it because, again, they're dominant stable. So you would think dominant stables would have championship belts.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, Randy Orton versus Big Show. I'm guessing this was not a high favorite, but this one was one of your best
I'd
matches.
give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Because I liked it. Simply because they did stuff that I'm like, that would hurt.
Yeah.
That looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
When Big Show is grabbing you by the neck, picks you up, and drops your head.
He looked like a monster this time around. It was one of our complaints about Big Show as of lately. He was getting beat up by a lot of people on the shows.
Well, because that's why I like the Big Show. That's why I thought it was funny when you were like, oh, he lost weight. Really?
Yeah.
Because I didn't see it. But I just find it funny because he is a mountain walking around. And I'm not saying he can't be defeated. I mean, someone has to beat him up at some point. It's just there's the moments where the specific people they pick to beat him up doesn't make sense.
Like I said, he's a casual viewer, guys, and he sees this stuff too. 500 pounds, no, 450 pounds, 7 feet tall. You have anybody kick his ass. He's a giant, you know.
Well, because that's what I mean. I'm just at the point where it's like, look, I'm not saying that he can't be defeated.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that a newcomer can't just come up and defeat him.
Right.
I'm just saying that the Big Show, from what I can see so far, is simply he's the big undefeated guy, and anyone that defeats him gets cred because of it.
Yeah.
But then that makes the Big Show go lower. So then, if anyone...
He's just there because he's big, pretty much.
Right. It just becomes this whole thing where if you beat the Big Show, that's great, and then it comes to a point where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just beat another wrestler. Not the Big Show. The dude that should not be able to be defeated by anybody.
But he's getting his ass kicked by everybody, apparently.
And I mean, I guess that's just going to be a whole, I'm going to come back and prove that I'm better than everybody. I just remember years ago seeing a wrestling match where it was a free-for-all. Everybody's fighting against everybody. Then the Big Show showed up. Half of everybody in the ring left.
Yeah.
And then the other half tried to fight him.
And he took them all out?
And he took one at a time, just took them all out.
There was a moment where Big Show actually returned. He was out for like a year. He came back, and he destroyed the entire SmackDown roster. All the wrestlers from one roster came out to attack him. He beat them all up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was his reputation. The reputation is that if everybody in Raw or SmackDown or whatever came and attacked him, he could take them all out. So who's this guy
that
beat him?
Randy Orton beat Big Show, apparently. I actually enjoyed the match. Those of you who know, I wasn't looking forward to it at all. This is just a match. It's just happening. But the match was actually pretty good. Randy Orton got a big pop in his hometown of St. Louis.
Yeah.
And he beat Big Show with the punt kick to the head.
No, but see, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
I get that it's his hometown, so I guess it's better that he wins.
There's a better story in Randy Orton losing in his hometown than him winning in his hometown, to me.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, because like you said, it's one of those, like, either way it branches off into a storyline that works. If he loses, then it's like, oh, I got to get you back for me losing in my hometown, and I'm going to beat you in your hometown, so you know how it feels. And then if he wins, it's like, hey, I won in my hometown. That's great. I don't know which is better for his character, because I don't know him. But the problem I have is that there seems to be a thing where if you are in your hometown, you automatically win.
Which is like...
And I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I just know the ones I've seen so far are always, hey, we're in so-and-so's hometown, so he's gonna win.
There's something else that goes along with that. There's also the element of, oh, you're the good guy, so you have to beat the bad guy. Which is also annoying.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why he's the bad guy today.
I don't.
And I don't understand why he's the villain today.
I don't know.
But
dude, it's just happening right now. So.
But back to...
The match was alright. Randy Orton beat Big Show, and that's all we're gonna say about it. Let's see where that leads. Maybe Randy Orton will eventually become a bad guy because his character is a psycho.
Mm.
And the whole punt kick thing is supposed to play up the whole idea of him taking out people because he used to do that for a living just because he could back in the day. And he got rid of it because he became a good guy. So that now that he brought it back, that's the whole idea of, hey, he could be going back to his dark side.
So this is a character with multiple personality disorder that got cured and then got sick again.
Pretty much. He has voices in his head. That's his whole song. So, yeah.
Next.
Anyways, we'll get into that later. The next match, I believe, was John Cena versus Ryback. Before we talk about that match, up to this point, the matches you've seen, did you really see anything that made you want to go, oh, I have to watch that guy tomorrow night on Raw?
Honestly, no, because it's like, okay, look, John Cena, I know of him.
Everybody knows of him.
You know, it's like, you know, everybody knows the thing.
Yeah.
That thing.
You can't see me. Yeah.
You know, but then Ryback, or was it Ryback, right?
Ryback,
okay.
Yes.
I never heard of him until today at all. And then the first thing I hear is that the same usual thing. He thinks he's the best, but I'm going to come and show him that he's not the best.
Yeah.
You're mine, Cena.
He had a better gimmick before this one. Okay, right now, I'll tell you about Ryback. Before he attacked John Cena, he was called, pretty much, he was an undestructive force. He was beating up everybody. He had a gimmick called Feed Me More, which is like, I want to fight as many people as I can. There was a point he was fighting 3 people in a match, kicking all their asses, destroying them. All of a sudden, he attacks John Cena. He's a bad guy. Now he doesn't want to fight everybody. Now he's going to play it smart. I'm not going to fight more than one person. I'm going to fight you at a time and attack you when you don't expect it.
So we went from doing something different to typical.
Yeah. Casual viewer! It's not just me, okay? But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I get it, because that's kind of confusing, because the backstory that you gave a minute ago sounded a lot more interesting. A guy that can take more than one person at a time. I want to see that match.
I know, and at first, when he attacked John Cena, he was that character. It was just like, he attacks John Cena. I'm thinking, oh, I look forward to this match. A destructive force taking on John Cena. And then next week he comes out talking about you was my best friend. And like we just talked about, I'm the big bad guy. And I'll come and take out the other big bad guy. The new sheriff is in town.
Well, it's like, for me, it just sounds like the same thing.
Right.
Instead of it being like, hey, I want to fight you, and this is the reason, it seems to be you think you're on top, I'm going to show you ain't.
Yeah.
I'm the baddest mother here. And
also there's an element of, you used to be my best friend, but when I was in trouble, you left me hanging and stuff like that. It's like, is that really all we need?
No, I mean, I get that there's that kind of drama, but there's just so many moments where it's like, dude, this is wrestling. I'm not responsible to help you in every single match.
And so you understand why that makes him look pathetic, right? It just makes him look a monster that was attacking 3 people. Is now complaining about
somebody didn't help him.
Casual viewer.
Why would you need help? You fought 3 people at the same time.
Just saying, guys. It's dumb. But despite all of that, the match, I think we can both agree, was the best match on the
5
card.
out of 5.
He's giving it 5 out of 5. I'm giving it 4 out of 5.
No, I realized that the ending, I mean, we're going to go through the whole thing, but I realized the ending bothered you, and I totally get it. I'm just saying, it's like, everything that happened in there, and not only did I not see it coming, but it's something I've never even seen before, ever.
Yeah, like Ryback tossing John Cena through a table, about him slamming John Cena 30, 50 times.
Well, it's because, it's like, he got a table, slammed John Cena through it.
Yeah.
Then John Cena speared him into the audience.
Yeah.
Then they fought in the audience, or no, in
Yeah,
the
they did.
yeah,
Crowd.
in the crowd. There we go. Then Ryback grabs a piece
Of
wall
It hits him with it.
and hits him over the head with it. Then John Cena gets him on the table, jumps on top of him.
Yeah.
I was like, it just keeps building and building, and then John Cena gets a fire extinguisher and sprays it in his face.
Yeah.
And then when you think it's over, the climax. Ryback grabs John Cena, rushes him
The wall.
through the wall, through the electric
Wall, yeah.
through the, what's it called? Not the electric wall, the
Stage wall.
no, the sign, the neon sign. I'm just gonna go over there.
He put him through the stage, guys, yeah.
And then it just got quiet. And
Yeah.
honestly, I was at the point, like, what happened? Who won? But then that's when the problem comes in.
Here's my thing, guys. The ending was great. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was a great ending, by the way. It was a great match. My only issue is who wins? What's the outcome? That's what I didn't like. That's my issue. Some of y'all gonna go, well, it gives you a reason to watch tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, but Ryback was on his feet. Yes, he was being carried out, but he was up on his feet. The referee could have at least finished the match, or if he was down, make it a no contest. I don't like the fact that we can get a result. That is my issue. It's a nitpick. It's very small because the match was very good. It's definitely the best match on the card.
Yeah.
But it's something that I just wish WWE would have addressed. But they're going to address it tomorrow night, so I guess everybody's going to say, hey, it gives you a reason to watch Raw, I suppose. But, I mean, for you, how you feel
Well, no,
about it?
it's just my thing is, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but it goes like this. Either Ryback won, or no one won.
Yeah.
And I'm just going on the no one won thing because, okay, he got hurled through the wall. Then the referee was freaking out.
Mhm.
Then he ran behind the stage. Then we saw nothing because it cut to commercial or something.
Yeah.
And then it was just replay after replay after replay. That tells me that the ref went back there. Because by the time the cameraman got back there, they were both on the ground. That means the ref was already back there.
Mm-hmm.
And if the ref was counting, that would have went past 10 seconds. But we're going on the assumption that the ref instead went back there, saw a problem, and called the paramedics. But again...
It kind of bridges that gap of, is this real or is this scripted? Yeah.
Well, because it goes back to the whole, like, okay, even if it's still scripted, who won? Because technically they're both on the floor.
Thank you.
And that means that they both lost. But since Ryback got up, he should win. But then again, they both were injured, so the match is over.
We just need some type of, just something. Like, even, we're going to tell you the results tomorrow night on Raw.
Or
Nothing was addressed about it. That is my issue. Go ahead.
Or better yet, if they told us who won after the Brock Lesnar and
Triple H
match.
Yeah.
It's like, because there was a whole 10 minutes left after that, but that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, but we agree that was the best match on the card, right? Now, the main event was the steel cage match. Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. I told him why this match is happening, because he's figuring out, hey, this match must be special, because he's going after the WWE Championship match. I told him what's the story. Well, Brock Lesnar beat Triple H. Triple H beat Brock Lesnar, and yeah, they have a third one.
No, see, that's the part I had a problem with, because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's like, look, if it's the final match of the day, fine, whatever, but why?
Just because.
No, there is no just because. I need a reason. John Cena and the other guy, it was because of a belt. And they did a lot of great stuff in it.
Yeah.
This thing, from what I'm hearing in the backstory that they gave, we're fighting because we're fighting.
Yeah, pretty much. Brock Lesnar beat Triple H the first time at SummerSlam 2012, and then Triple H was looking for a reason to fight him again. Brock Lesnar came back, rematch at WrestleMania. And then Triple H beat him. And now Brock Lesnar wants his
Well, I mean, that's great, but
rematch to even out the thing.
I mean, that's great, but again, why should I care? There's no reason for them to fight besides their own vengeance or something.
The only reason that I would have cared was if the last match was going to be an all-out brawl, we was going to get some kind of a bloodfest, and they was going to do some crazy things to one another. But did we get that, Joel?
No, we didn't.
We didn't get that. What we got was Brock Lesnar tossing Triple H across the cage. He was.
Yes.
And then he
And then,
hurt his leg.
that's the thing I didn't understand. This guy, who they kept promoting as the monster,
The beast!
he hit his knee.
And he started bitching. Oh, my knee! Oh, my knee!
He tried to crawl out the cage. He literally climbed the cage and tried to escape.
Casual viewer, he's a beast! Why would a beast want to exit the cage? Come on. I get it. He's a heel. He's a bad guy. But can a bad guy still look strong?
No, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I mean, hell, him complaining about the knee is not even my issue. My issue is that he's complaining about the knee in the first 5 minutes of the match.
Thank you. Okay, he just started tossing him across the cage. Oh my knee! Oh my knee! Oh my knee! And then Triple H proceeds to beat him up. Paul Heyman has to interfere. I told you about Brock Lesnar destroying the entire roster when he was around, right? Yeah, he fights everybody. Everybody beats him up. Fights Triple H. Oh my knee! Oh my knee! Oh my knee! And I get it. Triple H is supposed to look like a strong baby face. And he did lose to Brock Lesnar, so I guess I can't complain about it too much, but I expected more of a monster type of dominance. Maybe that's what my complaint is.
Well, it's like, I don't mind, because I get why they did it, it's just how they went about it sucked.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look, I get it's like they hype this guy up, that he's a monster, he's a beast, he defeats all that comes in his way, but then he fights against Triple H, and if he's whining like this, then that means, oh, Triple H is a big deal then, except for the fact that we already know Triple H is a big deal.
Yeah.
And you've been hyping this guy up that he's a big deal. So what I'm supposed to be seeing is two mighty titans squaring off against each other.
It really wasn't. It was Triple H dominating Brock Lesnar, and
then somehow he lost.
Because Paul Heyman got involved. That's what I don't like. And that's why I feel like this was a weak match. I feel like for their last match
of the day.
Of the day, yeah, especially of the pay-per-view, but this is their last match of the feud, I'm assuming. Don't take my word for that, but I'm going to assume it's the last match. They would have done a lot more to make Brock Lesnar look like a beast. And even if Triple H got something over him, okay, fine.
But it's like what we were talking about earlier. Lesnar has more to gain by winning.
Yeah.
Than Triple H does. Triple H has nothing to gain but everything to lose. The other guy has nothing to lose but everything to gain by winning. So that's why it's like, okay, I can see how he won or why he won if you look at it that way.
Alright.
But again, it leads back to if you hyped him up to be a tiger, but when he got into the ring, it was a cat. I have problem with that.
And that was my issue. But Brock Lesnar beat Triple H. So I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Now, it wasn't terrible, but it was disappointing.
Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in it. I'd give it a 2. Cause it's,
really?
I give it a 2 simply because if we go from 1 to 5, and 1 is it should never have been done.
Yeah.
And 2 is like
okay.
And 2 is like I could have done without it.
Yeah.
3 is like I enjoyed it, but it's nothing to call home to. And 4 is like, oh, this is good, and I should tell somebody else about it.
And 5 is greatest thing ever. One of the best matches I've ever seen.
5 is like one of those. I saw it. I'm gonna remember it, and I'm so glad they did it.
Yeah.
That's how I would grade it as a 1 to 5. But this thing is one of those like, yay, I saw it. I could have lived without it.
Yeah.
It didn't change anything.
It really
and
did.
For it to be the main event one, that's another reason it's a 2.
That is my question then. After watching the pay-per-view, do you feel like Brock Lesnar and Triple H should have ended the show?
I feel that the John Cena Ryback thing should have been the last one.
Yeah.
But then that's easy to say now.
Yeah.
After seeing everything. Because if they would have done what they did with Cena and Ryback, with Triple H and Lesnar,
yeah,
that would have, whoa.
Yeah.
Just, man. And then that would have made up for all the, oh, we're just fighting just for fighting thing.
I think John Cena versus Ryback, but that cliffhanger of an ending, see, here's my thing. if we had John Cena versus Ryback and it ended with that, and they would have an excuse, okay.
Now there's a reason why I'm not getting a who won
result, because time's up. Sorry guys, maybe tomorrow night on Raw, but this happened before the main event, so maybe that's why I'm a little bit like, result was just like there. But this, after seeing that match, I don't think it should have main event. I feel like if you was gonna have Brock Lesnar get bitched out like that, and he did get bitched out, you know, he didn't look like a dominant monster. No, he looked like a cat when he was built up like a tiger. Okay, so with that said, overall thoughts on pay-per-view. Do you think it was worth watching? Do you think it was memorable? Just give me your thoughts overall.
Since I didn't see the whole thing.
I mean, what you saw.
Okay, from what I saw so far, the only thing, if it was possible, I would only take the John Cena Ryback one, and I'd let the other ones go. If I was actually able to pay by the match,
yeah,
I'd only pay for that one.
By the way, pay-per-view nowadays is worth $50. Do you feel like this was worth $50 from what you saw?
No. I did not know that. It cost $50 for that?
And fans actually paid for it.
Okay, so you're telling me... Okay, because I don't know about this. But you pay $50 for 3 hours of footage, right?
Yeah.
So, and how many matches are in that 3 hours?
9.
So, you're telling me, pretty much, there's 9 matches for $50. So, roughly, we're going with, like... Roughly, now, we're going, like...
$5.
$5 a match.
Yeah.
Okay. The John Cena thing was worth more than $5.
So you feel like, okay, although some matches didn't compensate for that, that compensated for them, pretty much, yeah.
I mean, if I were to, if we were going to judge it by, like, how much I would have paid for $50, all these matches, okay, and divvying up the money, John Cena's match should have gotten more than $5.
Yeah.
The Brock Lesnar Triple H one, okay, fine, $5, whatever. Del Rio,
Jack Swagger, nah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have paid any money for that at all.
Yeah. What about the Shield taking on Daniel Bryan and Kane? Sure, $5. Or you feel like,
I could live without it.
Okay, you should be nice.
It's one of those, I'm glad I saw it, but I'm selling it.
So you gave it 3 stars, but it's one of those things. It's like, if I don't see it again, it won't hurt.
Well, like I said, it goes back to the rating thing. 3 is I enjoyed it, but it's nothing to call home to.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. But yeah.
Okay. And then the other match, Randy Orton versus Big Show. $5.
I give it a $5 because I give it a 3, but it's one of those. I give it a rating of a 3 asterisk.
Yeah.
It could have been better.
Okay. But other than that, for me personally, I feel like pay-per-view was it better than WrestleMania 29? I guess, but it didn't leave me nothing really to hope for. It's just like you just said, you didn't really get an incentive to watch Raw unless you're going to watch for the result of John Cena versus Ryback. Mm-hmm. You didn't really care about the characters. Did you meet anybody here that's new that you go, oh, I gotta watch that guy in the future? You told me no.
No, well, because, okay, in all honesty, it's like, okay, either I've heard of these people, or I've never heard of them, and I have no reason to get to know them. I know John Cena because he's John Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, even if honestly, I heard of him, and then, oh, he's a movie. Yeah. Okay, so he was a wrestler that is in movies. That must mean he's doing really well. And then, when it comes to Ryback, never heard of him, but from what y'all are telling, from what I saw, it was like, oh, he's a big deal. But from what you said, the only reason he's a big deal is because he fought Cena, the good guy. So that automatically makes him the bad guy. And it's like, no, that makes him a rival. But
thank you! But no, they make him the bad guy because it's Cena. But it's whatever. Share your thoughts down below about what you have to say. Make your video responses, do what you do. Give us your thoughts on Extreme Rules. And I'll catch you guys next time. Hey, let me know if you want to see this guy come back for the next pay-per-view, and I'll let you know what they say. They might actually like your views and opinions because casual viewer, you don't watch Raw, do you?
No, I don't have cable, so.
But that's what I'm talking about, guys. So, again, casual viewer sees everything we say. It's not the fact that we're internet fans and we're crazy. I hate that, by the way.
Well, no, I mean, but anyway. we'll talk about that later.
That's another video for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll check y'all later then.
Your boy, the X-Men, signing off. Deuces.